All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we are going to be posing the question, what is the game that might be critically acclaimed, or at least well-received, that you are ashamed that you haven't played?
Okay.
And on top of that, we'll pose another question, what is the game you played maybe a little bit too much that maybe you shouldn't have, or maybe wasn't as well-received?
That's crap.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. It's maybe some shovelware, like Jared was saying last week.
Yeah.
What is shovelware?
It's a garbage game that just shouldn't have come out. A lot of filler.
So it's like companies just shoveling crap.
Pretty
out.
much shoveling it
That's the
right
second
into
time I said
the
crap.
console. So anyways, I'm Rich,
I'm Jared.
I'm Bradley.
and behind the camera there we have our producer Rich. Say hello.
Hello.
And we are Once Upon a Time in Gaming. So if this is your first time with us, appreciate it. If you follow along with us rather often, much appreciated as well. But we'll get started. Brad, I'm going to throw to you first. What is the game that you're ashamed that you haven't played because it is a very well-received game?
Okay, and I know this is probably going to set Jared off. Not like in a bad way, but I know he's probably just going to bash it. I've never played the original. Actually, I've never played any God of War game ever. I'm talking like the old school, I think like 2004, 2005. Because to me, it was like, I'm already playing Devil May Cry. And it seemed like it was the same game to me, like hack and slash. And then Kratos is just kind of like a douche. I don't know. But like now as it's progressed, seeing like how the graphics have gotten better, he does look like a
He's
badass.
still a douche.
Kind of reminds me of like Surge from System of a Down with his beard. Well, no, just the beard, or like the guy from Anthrax. But yeah, I've never played it, and I'm pretty sure the Metacritic score is like a 94 or something. So that's really bad on my part to have never played it. We have no excuse. We had a PlayStation 2. We might have owned the game.
I think
Just
I
never
know,
played it.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of the God of War games, and I've popped them in and played for like a little bit, but I've never played a long time through them. I think you might have played. Have
No,
you?
I had
You never
no-
played any of them?
never
Because you had a PS3. I think
I
that was
did.
the newest one you had.
Yeah.
We're not big PlayStation guys here, in case you can't tell. But yeah, that's kind of weird that you've at least never popped it in and given it a
Not
shot.
once. I mean,
No, it's
yeah.
funny about that because I had the collector's edition. They had like the first 3 games on it for PS3, and I never opened it. And then when I traded my PS3 in, because I grew up, and decided to trade in the game, it was open. The guy traded, Mike, he just goes, "They ain't worth shit." These guys.
Wow.
And look, I'm sure they're
fun.
fun. There's no way you have that. And look, we already know. We don't need to go down, the rabbit's hole of like Sony's always going to get favoritism in a lot of the critics because a lot of times you pay for certain things or whatever it may be. It's almost like JD Power with cars, but you can't consistently have something over 90s in your Metacritic and I guess not be at least a decent game. So it's clearly a good game. I've just never played it.
Yeah, I mean, the newest one, I actually bought that collector's edition.
The Ragnarok.
Yeah,
right?
I think we did a short on it on the channel, or maybe another channel. I don't remember where or was it somewhere we did it.
Yeah.
And I bought it. It was like $280 or something after tax, and then I ended up selling it to somebody for like $250 a couple weeks later, just because I didn't want it. It was cool. I opened it up and looked at all of it, but
Comes with like a statue of him. Or?
it came with the hammer.
Oh, Mjolnir.
Yeah, and I'm just
Which is weird to me too. I thought that was like Greek mythology, but like now they have Norse mythology. I don't know.
obviously we're not big God of War guys.
Discussion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of us over here have really played it too much, so you're not alone in that one. At least with us. With the people watching, we're probably fools. but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're laughing
that's
at us right
fine.
now.
It's
I would be happy.
The guy types really fast.
I would be happy if somebody roasted
You're
you
a
in the comments.
dork. That's what he said.
Jared, how about you? What's yours?
Well, as I'm gonna say this game, and it's probably gonna set him off. He'd be like, "What?
What? That's
Yeah.
what he's gonna do. Yeah.
I have never played The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild."
Oh, I haven't either. Yeah. But
Wow.
keep going.
Oh my god.
Well, the score on this bad boy is 97.
Okay.
So probably pretty close to one of the best games ever created, according to them.
yeah.
Um,
Why didn't you play it though?
I don't have a lot of Switch games, and I don't have a lot of time to play games as it is. And when I do, I try to stick to the games that I'm really really into because I don't have time to
NBA 2K23
and MLB The Show.
yeah.
So I don't have time, and on top of that, they are still $60 for a game that's been out for 5 years, 6 years.
You can get Breath of the Wild for $49.94 at Walmart.
To me, that's still just too
94.
much, And I'm not a cheap person when it comes to certain things,
Yeah.
but that to me is just asking too much. But that's not. That's just one reason. But it's heard as one of the best games ever. Now that they have the second one coming out with Tears of the Kingdom,
Yeah.
that one's coming out. It's gonna have to be a point where I just bite the bullet and go buy it, or just steal your copy and just play it.
That's a lie. I did play it. Now that you mentioned that, I think you were like, I gotta go poop or something, and you passed it to me, and I tried to climb up this wall. You have like a meter, and then I just kept like,
See,
I'm
I-
scared. I'm not gonna make it. So I just.
I watched it when
Jump.
you
You can,
first
like,
played
float
it.
down or
Like there's a part of the game where you have to test your toughness to see if you're worthy or not, and then it like sucks your hearts down. but you didn't have enough hearts or something. I remember that part, but I just haven't got around to playing it.
Yeah, and that one to me it hurts a little bit because I know how great the game is. I haven't played God of War as much, so I can't feel the same way about yours. You know, we're all in the same boat there. But with not playing Breath of the Wild, to me that's wild.
I was going to say the same dorky
so,
joke, so you're fine.
I will bring mine by, so you can at least start it. Once you dabble, you're almost addicted, and you got to keep playing.
And I don't know if he knows this. The Switch you can take on the go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can play it on the go.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, when you're in the car or something, somebody else is driving, obviously, or at the airport, like the commercials. You know, you know what you could do too.
Or on
is
a
you
rooftop. They were on a rooftop in a commercial. Like rooftop parties?
there was soccer going on, something going on. But anyways, I'll move into mine. So the game I'm ashamed I haven't played, especially being known as Rich Tendo and being known as a Nintendo guy. I've never played.
Are we gonna be mad?
You probably won't care.
Okay.
Super Mario Galaxy 1 or 2.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad because I heard they're great.
So Super Mario Galaxy, the first one, is like a 97, similar to what you said over there on Breath of the Wild. And who was it that was saying it's their favorite? Is it Scott the Woz?
Scott the Woz, our personal friend, Scott the Woz.
Yeah, hey Scott. I own it now, and I still haven't played it. That's what's even worse. I was going through the collection the other day, and I saw it. I'm like, oh, you know, because I was revisiting Odyssey and revisiting some of the other Mario games with my son, and Galaxy. I was like, oh, we could play this one. Now, I think it is a little bit more difficult. I think it's like 3-dimensional. You can go around the worlds and everything. I've just never played it, and for being a 97, and the fact that I own it, that's rather embarrassing.
What's the one where you throw your hat? Is that Odyssey?
That's Odyssey.
Okay,
yeah.
I've seen you play that one as well.
And not to go too far off topic here, but what a freaking launch, dude! When you have Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda, get me going.
I mean, what was their console before that? The Wii U that no one even knew existed?
Yeah, and that's still fire, though. Just because you didn't know doesn't mean it's not one of the greatest
The
systems.
last great game Nintendo made
Okay.
was Wii Bowling.
Oh, my God.
Or
It's not
Wii
even called
Sports.
Wii Bowling. Okay,
No, they
so
have great games, obviously.
I think out of all of us, the one that's the worst, I would say, is
God,
Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
No, the fact that you haven't played
Oh,
the worst
yeah.
on the
worst game.
The worst game here. I mean, I'm not going to say God of War. I haven't played
God
it,
of
but
War, dude.
They're different games. I don't think any of them is the worst. They're clearly all good, but
the one that hurts the most is the fact that you haven't played Breath of the Wild.
That's
One of the
pretty
greatest games
yes,
of all time.
I scaled one wall, so I've technically played
Yeah.
it. That's bad.
Yeah,
I've
that's,
watched you play it.
yeah,
Does
that's
that count
really
for something?
bad. Not at all. It counts for nothing. So let's get into the next category then, which is what's the game you're almost ashamed to say you played this much of? It doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad game, but maybe you played it more than you should have.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll start with Jared on this one because I feel like Jared plays a lot of bad games, and he plays it for a long time.
He's a gamer score guy too.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
gamer boy.
100%.
Put it this way, before we pick the game, let's go on this guy. He has 100-some thousand more than I do.
Yep.
When he got Xbox Live, it erased all his achievements. He had to start over from scratch. So he already had like 30 or 40,000.
Yep.
On the flip side, Linda does a lot for him, so he's really only at 60. He's only really at, David and I did the calculations, he's probably really at like 67,000. So he's way
yeah,
behind.
Linda has her own gamer tag though.
Well,
does.
before she got it.
Anyway, Jared, what is the game that you were ashamed that you put this many hours into?
Okay, so since this is my area, I have it on hand, so I'm going to pull it out. I love this game, okay? Metacritic score is only 65. Do not look. I want to be surprised.
Okay.
65. You get this puppy and complete in box is only $8.
Oh my God.
So you know this is a banger.
And how many hours you say you put into it?
Probably 100 and something. I don't know.
Oh my
I saw his phone, so I'm like, I put a lot of
Okay,
hours into this
so-
one too.
Everybody's played this game minus you. Dreamlight Dave played it.
Okay.
He's played it. I remember going to Best Buy, and I got a story about this. I know I'm rambling, but he used to get his income tax every year. Producer Rich, and he's like, okay, since I'm getting like $4,000 or $5,000 back,
Jeez.
you guys
Three
pick.
kids,
You
right?
guys
Yeah.
pick a certain game you want, and I'll buy it for you. Go to Best Buy. I remember going to Best Buy. I was like, which one do I want? And I remember looking at this game. I'm reading it, like, this sounds freaking amazing.
You got your money's worth. You put 100
Yes,
hours.
and
in
I
it.
remember giving it to David, our cousin, and he played it, and he had the same experience. I am talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, original Xbox.
Yeah, and this is not the one based off the movie.
This game is awesome.
It's not based off the movie.
No, it's not.
No.
Now, you play as a
Bethesda.
guy. Yes, Bethesda. There we go. You play as a pirate named Nathaniel Hawke. I remember all this.
Let me see that.
You're just a simple little. You have a little boat.
Yep.
Not a little ship named the Victory.
Yep.
And as you're leaving
Those are
the port,
codes to cheat.
yeah, there's my
Cheat
It comes with
codes,
a
movie ticket.
movie ticket for the original movie.
Yep, before it even came
Wow.
out.
Yeah.
Legendary.
So I think it's like a $9 value. So you know how old that is. So you take off, and as you're taking off from your British colony, the pirates of the Caribbean,
Yep.
they attack, and you're the only ship to make it out. So you have to go to the British
The
governor.
British Empire or
Yeah, you have to
something,
go report what happened. Now you could either it's open world, so it's kind of like Morrowind, that type of thing. You can do what you want. So you can either be bad, you can get your crew and not pay them, and they'll try to mutiny, and you can just kill them all, whatever. You can commandeer other ships, so you can have like a fleet of like 4 ships with you.
So did you, not to cut you off there, because I'm really interested. No, but is it like Morrowind-ish? Like,
Yeah,
a little bit.
but
Yeah.
just with ships?
With
Or-
ships, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing is, you have to go from island to island. Now, me being an idiot,
Yep.
I
I was the cartographer.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
steal
I
that
did.
from
No,
me.
I did. So basically, what I did is I couldn't. You have to go from island to island, so it would give you like certain missions, and you'd have to read your thing, go to the island. But I didn't know you could click the joystick and zoom out.
Yep.
So I charted a map
Oh my god.
to remember where everything
Is it
was.
in here?
No, I
No,
threw it
I think we
away.
threw it
I was
away.
quite embarrassed at the time. I charted a map to remember where every single island was, and then I realized all you do is click the joystick in, and it zooms out.
What kind of writing is this?
It was actually included in like he actually drew like the shapes of how they
Yeah.
look too, and one was called like Fleur de Mers or
Yeah.
something, and his just said like Fleur de Fleur.
Yeah, I didn't know how to
He was just
spell
like,
it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so
I just know it's in that area.
I
over there.
charted a full-on map, but I put
That's-
so many hours in it. It had a lot of glitches, the Bethesda jank like they normally do. Like you could save it, and all of a sudden it would say bad save, and your file's corrupt. You got to start
Yeah.
all over, or you save it and you have 4 when you come back because you have companions. You come load it in, all the companions are the same guy. So it has glitches here and there, but the music's great. You have good sword fights. You have a gun, so you can cheat and just shoot somebody like Indiana Jones style instead of just trying to do a sword battle. But it's basically just Morrowind. But
It's cool, yeah. Like he said, you can upgrade your ships, get more cannons, bigger cannons, whatever they
the
are.
pirates will attack you. You have to defend yourself. I mean, it's a great game. I mean, if you haven't played it, I recommend getting because it's only $8.
yeah.
Now I don't know if it's back compat like you like to say. I doubt it, but
Maybe just because it's Bethesda.
if you can get your hands on one and you like those type of open world games, I mean, it's 2002 probably, so it has.
Well, did you know that the movie ticket in there expired?
Well, I remember
I would assume it
I got
did.
this when it was brand new because I remember that ticket was in there. I'm like, man, I can go see the movie. And then this is how long ago it was. You were
2003 it
just
says.
dating
Yeah,
Erica,
he went to
Yeah.
movies 8
and
to
you
go
guys
watch
went to
it.
movies 8 to
Yeah.
see it. I'm like, I can go. I got a ticket, but I never used it.
It was July 31st, 2003 that the ticket expired. So about 20 years ago, your
Yeah.
ticket to this movie expired.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
That's
keep
crazy.
that. I know it's not worth anything, but it's worth something to me because that was one of the games I picked out, and it has the movie ticket. So I
480p.
highly recommend this game. I think the Metacritic score is way too low. It should be about 90.
Oh my god.
Great game.
What is it?
65.
65.
How does it compare to the one based on the movie?
Oh, the one with the movies are more like just action games. This
Yeah.
is open world.
So it's more like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
this is a little closer to
because
that.
the battles on the ship battles are really hard. You have to maneuver your ship
Yeah.
properly, and you have to. It's hard. You get blasted a lot,
Yeah.
and you will die a bunch of times.
Especially when you start with just like a little
And
sloop.
little side thing, if anybody ever plays it, don't take out money from a loan shark and think you're gonna get away with because he's on a different island. He will send pirates after you. I learned
Nice.
that the hard way.
Cool.
That's honestly, it's you sold me on it. I think I want to dabble.
No,
I
you
think I
dabble.
wanna
I'm not
dabble.
messing with you. You should dabble.
It's a good game.
gonna
It
dabble.
really is.
It's a good game. Dabble in it, dude.
I'll dabble. What you got?
Oh, so for me, this is a game I put way too much. So I would play a lot of the multiplayer, and I would put like as many enemy bots as you can, and on the hardest difficulty. And I played this a lot with our other cousin Sean, and it's 007 Nightfire.
That was a good game.
And it's a game that pretty much ended like, I mean, they did make like Casino Royale, but kind of like, it was a good
Was that
game.
Xbox?
It was Xbox, but it was kind of just like that game where it was like they were cranking out all the 007s every year, and then it was just like this was kind of one that I don't want to say put the nail in the coffin because like they did make more, but this was like the last Pierce Brosnan one if I remember correctly. And I mean, Sean and I must have put so many hours in this multiplayer that wasn't even that good. I mean, we thought it was fun. We just hold off. Like, it was us 2 against like 8 bots and put them on the extreme difficulty where they just headshot you immediately. But we thought it was fun. I remember getting because they didn't have achievements at the time. I remember getting like everything unlocked 100%. Like all like the special things like, oh, finish the mission without killing a person, or like all the little side things they made you do. And now that I look back and I'm like, that game sucks. Like, why was I playing it so much?
I don't think I ever played that one. I played Under Fire. I didn't play Nightfire.
007 Under Fire?
Yeah, I played it.
Is that I thought you
I
were
don't think that's
messing
even a
with me.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
it is. It is. I
No.
have it for GameCube. That's
Yeah.
the one I played, and I was
Okay.
playing it recently, and so I'm like, are we talking
Wait,
about the
that
same game?
does
And
sound
we're not.
familiar for the GameCube.
Yeah, no, this one was
Yeah.
Nightfire, blue cover, and he's like,
Yeah, you could see his body. Just his head was just placed on a generic body because
I'm not calling you a liar.
no,
Asian
Nightfire
Fire,
was
that one
mine.
does sound
Mine's
familiar.
called James Bond 007 Nightfire.
So there's 007 Nightfire with it's just
Yeah.
his head in the gun,
Yeah.
Right.
and then there is an Underfire as well,
see.
which looks
on the
very
GameCube.
Yeah, no, see, I played
Let me see the
Nightfire,
cover.
All these Nightfires.
Underfire. That's Underfire. See?
Oh, no, I've never played that one.
yeah. I'm sorry, Agent Underfire. My
Oh,
bad.
okay, I have played Agent Under Fire. No, I'm being serious. Because now that I see that cover, I've played almost
We have
all
those, don't we? I
007s.
think we have both of them.
I've played even the crappy PlayStation 2 one, where it's just you have like that guy M, and you have to remember there's like
What's it called?
levels
What's that
where you
one
have to,
called?
I don't remember. It was
Tomorrow
for
Never
regular-
Dies.
Yeah, regular PlayStation.
Tomorrow
I
Never
believe.
Dies.
World is not enough. It looks like they made a lot with.
That's
Pierce
what I'm saying.
Brosnan.
There was one every year, and this Nightfire
So I
was
feel
really
like
the
they-
one that was like nailing.
I
the
feel like they
top on.
struck gold with GoldenEye, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna crank."
Did you
these
really just
babies
say
out.
they struck gold with GoldenEye?
That was an accident, but sure, we'll take it.
Wow.
They were trying, and they were like, "Okay, we're just gonna crank these babies out, and at least 2 out of the 20 we're gonna make are gonna be good." And no, none of them were.
Yeah, and even going back to GoldenEye, I mean, the re-release on Xbox
I had no
has
issue
been
with it.
solid.
It was okay.
But they're just not. When you go back to N64, it's hard to
With a
control
one
that
joystick,
thing, man.
and then
It's
some jerk always plays an odd job.
just
So
yeah.
it's shorter.
Yeah,
So 007 Nightfire.
Nightfire. Yeah.
Did that one have any levels where you were driving a car?
I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure this was all just first-person shooting. Like the
Okay.
PlayStation one, you would drive his little BMW. That
little
stupid,
silver
like,
one?
Yeah, what was like a Z3 or something? Those
I don't know.
hideous cars that.
you make somebody mad out there.
Yeah,
BMW.
somebody out there has a Z3.
I hate that guy. 4 eyes. Like, no, come on.
Let me get into mine because I think we all agree that this game was phenoms.
Phenomenal. Okay.
But when I went and look at what it cost and the Metacritic score, I think we were in the minority here. So I'm going with Mission Impossible for N64.
I love that game.
Yeah.
We played that game so much. I actually remember it so fondly. I remember the bubble gum that you'd put and blow up like the window. I just remember so much about the game, and the Metacritic score on that is a 61.
Whoa.
61
not bad.
straight cheeks. That's
I
bad.
thought I always remember going to school and arguing because we've had both GoldenEye and that one. I remember arguing was like Mission Impossible is a way better game, and look who's
Mission-
like the
yeah.
jerk now.
No,
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is a better game because you actually had to have a. This is gonna sound really bad. You actually had to have a brain to play it. Like you actually had to think about what you were doing, right? You felt more like a secret agent. 007 or GoldenEye was just, dude, you're just going and shooting everybody like one-man army. It's
Well-
like that. Remember the era with like Medal of Honor where it's like 1 against
Yeah.
9,000.
Yeah.
Call of Duty finally kind of changed it up where you have guys that help you, but they really don't do anything.
I was just thinking of a game. I love that game.
Yeah, Mission
When
Impossible
you,
was.
when you give him the thing and he has to run to the bathroom.
You give, like,
Yeah,
the
and then
X-Lax
you,
or
you have to
something,
change your face too, right?
Such a
Don't you have,
great-
like,
Oh yeah, the
Facemaker.
Facemaker. Yeah.
It
what
is-
a game!
That level where you
Great
get doped
game.
up and you have to wander and you don't have any guns and they just keep electrocuting you. Oh, I hated that level.
What about the sniper level where the people are like they pull out
Oh,
a
yeah.
handgun
Yeah.
or a soda pop
Yeah.
out of there?
How many times I blasted them?
Yeah,
dude?
that's in the where the train station is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so with this though, okay, you got a 61 Metacritic. That's horrible. Loose cart is $5.
I know. I saw it on eBay, but I didn't remember if I had it or not.
$5. You can't even get a good cheeseburger anymore for $5. You know what I mean? I mean, In-N-Out's more than $5.
Carl's Jr. has something called
Big Carl.
no, it's called a California burger. I think it's roughly $5. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, but it's this big. Daddy likes big burgers.
Yeah, I need that $6 burger. That's now like a $9 burger.
Yeah, that was bad marketing when you name it the $6 burger for $10. But anyway, we played this religiously. I ended up picking this up. So, little backstory: I got my N60, not a new one, but an N64 to add to the collection maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and this was the first game that I actually popped in and played a lot of it, just because it's that good. And for $5, dude, I think I spent like $8 on it.
5 and 3 probably.
Yeah, but man, what a doozy, right? What a doozy this one is. I
That
know
is a good game,
producer Rich was over there shaking his head as soon as I said it. I think he wanted to chime in. I'm glad I took his game, so now we don't have to hear him talk.
No, I don't have a game. I don't have a game. I just
Oh.
that is one of my thinking of. I just love that game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can give him honorable mention because I feel like if I say this, he's gonna agree. So I'll just speak for him.
Okay.
The original Medal of Honor with I think it was it DreamWorks and Steven Spielberg, how
Yeah.
they had the music and it gave you like the old theater screens of
Yeah.
like the war.
Yep.
And the very first time you throw a grenade and you see the guy pick it up and throw it back, I was like, this game is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go back and play.
Is
it
that the
now,
one where it's
it's
like show me your papers and
No,
stuff like
yeah,
that?
show me a pip.
That's the
Yes.
that's
Second one.
Medal of Honor Underground.
yeah. The first one is with the main guy's name Jimmy Patterson. I always remember that.
Yeah, and
It's
the
just a
second one-
generic ass
You
name.
play the French Revolution girl, right?
Yeah, Manon or
Manon,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Manon.
Show me a pepas.
So what do you think? This is not to go
Show me a
away from,
pepas.
but okay, we talked about the one that we're shocked that you haven't played was Zelda. That was kind of the most shocking. What do you think the best of the worst is here? Like of the three we played.
Well, I can't pick my own.
You just kick me out because Nightfire is just
Yeah, I wouldn't say
it's just a
Nightfire's
very
pretty- it's
boring.
straight
yeah.
ass.
It's just a game I played a lot.
We
Yeah.
all played Mission Impossible religiously, but I'm really intrigued for
Dude,
that.
you
Especially I
have to
like
play.
regular
Dude,
Xbox.
get on eBay. You probably get for like $8.
Yeah.
Do
So
it. Do
what-
it.
6 and 2.
What
You already looked?
No.
So what Jared did mention is you get different followers in this game, and every time you save it, it's you get up to 4. It'll have your face and your 4 people. So if you don't have anybody, there's nobody.
What's
well,
a
there's like
follower?
a.
What do you mean?
It's
Yeah,
like
the
a
hand
like a
is when-
first mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
and
when
then
you go
eventually you can
off,
give them their own
Your
ship.
deckhands?
Yeah, pretty much.
you can promote to captain. yeah.
literally, yeah, your deckhands, and
They help you in fight when you go out and fight, and there's guys attacking you. They have your back. They pull
Yeah.
out guns and shoot everybody.
they can die.
They can die. Yeah.
But there's one guy. He's like French or Colombian, so he's got some darker skin.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll be like, okay, I had a British guy, I had a Spanish guy, I had like this Colombian guy, and then you'll save it and you load up, and it's just the 3 Colombian dudes. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just Bethesda.
really janky.
Yeah. So
Just pray you don't save it twice because you will get a bad save and you are done.
everything's gone.
Yeah, start all over.
I could
every
see
time you
them
save
never-
it, save it on the next.
No, just do 2 saves. Save it and save it again.
That's probably why people gave it such bad ratings. Like when you play for 3-4 hours, you got to start at the beginning again. That's infuriating.
Well, no, I don't know if you remember. Like a lot of times, it'll still say it in games, but I think it's kind of just more of a precautionary thing. It'll say like saving game data. Do not shut the console off.
Oh,
This
Jared
was a
that
game
guy.
that this like really affected. If you shut it off at that point, it would give you bad save. So I think this is probably the game that spearheaded that to kind of protect themselves. So you have Bethesda to thank for that too.
Nice.
That's totally no data behind that, by the way.
Yeah.
I just made that entire thing up. I hope you like that.
What else we got? Anything? Producer Rich, you got anything? You want to?
The only thing I found in the Mission Impossible. Just go back on that real quick.
Yep.
Complete. I mean everything.
It's like
the
25
box,
bucks.
The manual, the poster, everything. $54.99.
Oh, that's expensive.
I mean everything. The
Yeah.
box is like perfect.
But you could probably get it for like 25 because
Oh, yeah,
I'm the
I'm-
one that posted that for
I'm not
$54.99.
talking about. I wasn't looking for cheaper. I'm just looking in
Yeah.
general.
yeah, and that would take me back, man.
Yeah.
What a game. What a doozy. I know I said that doozy multiple times now, but she was a doozy.
If you just get like loose cards, like $9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't believe the level. You would literally be sniping.
You
and
can
you're
switch
supposed
snipers. You know that? I never
You're
knew that.
supposed to find like the guys who have guns, and everyone's like, so, and they reach out with a soda.
Who has a soda in their pocket?
That's what I'm saying.
It's
so
Grand,
it's like you shoot
Grand,
them.
I think it was Grand Central Station, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Also, if you have not seen that movie, go check it out.
Yeah, you
Fantastic.
could switch snipers.
See, that's the
Never
other thing
knew
that was really good about the game, in my opinion, is it's so much like the movie in a lot of ways. That's
Oh, the
why-
laser scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it has a lot
level
of
where
the
you have to
same
come
things.
down. That was
Exactly.
tough.
And it was from what I can remember, it's close to the you play it and it's like, oh, it's just like the movie. It has parts
Yep.
from the movie. It's just a great game.
Yeah.
I would play that today.
It wasn't well received in its time, but maybe us talking about it now, it,
We have
it can
so
make
much.
a comeback.
We have so much
So much
influence.
fun.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of pull.
But yeah, is that it?
That's it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's going to do it. So whether you're watching or listening, we appreciate your time, and we'll see you later.
Peace.
Somebody